On November 14, 2025, boxing fans around the world will witness one of the most unusual yet highly anticipated matchups in recent memory, as Jake Paul, the YouTuber turned boxer, steps into the ring against Gervonta "Tank" Davis, the undefeated WBA lightweight champion. The fight is set to take place at the Kaseya Center in Miami, Florida, and will be streamed live on Netflix, bringing the spectacle directly to millions of viewers worldwide. While the fight is officially labeled as an exhibition, the contrast between the two fighters' experience, size, and skill level has created a buzz that has transcended traditional boxing circles, drawing interest from casual fans, analysts, and critics alike. Jake Paul has built a remarkable profile in the boxing world, despite his unconventional entrance into the sport. Born in Cleveland, Ohio, and rising to fame on YouTube, Paul transitioned from social media personality to professional boxer in 2018. Surprising many skeptics with his dedication and work ethic. His professional record entering this fight stands at 12 wins and 1 loss, with several of his victories coming against high-profile opponents including former MMA fighters and boxing professionals. Over time, Paul has honed his skills, demonstrating not only power but also improved technique, footwork, and strategic fight planning. He has consistently sought out challenging opponents, signaling a commitment to legitimize his career in the sport rather than being a novelty act. Gervonta Davis, by contrast, is a seasoned professional in the traditional sense. With a record of 30 wins, 0 losses, and 1 draw, and 28 of those victories coming by knockout, Davis is recognized as one of the most explosive fighters in the lightweight division. Hailing from Baltimore, Maryland, Davis has faced some of the most elite fighters in his weight class, including Ryan Garcia and Leo Santa Cruz, and has consistently demonstrated his ability to dominate opponents with his speed, precision, and devastating punching power. Known as Tank, Davis has established a reputation for finishing fights early and maintaining relentless pressure throughout each bout, making him one of the most feared punchers in boxing today. The announcement of the fight immediately sparked debate across the boxing community. Many critics argue that the size difference between the two fighters creates an unfair dynamic. Jake Paul, standing at 6 feet tall and weighing around 199 pounds, will enjoy a significant weight advantage over Davis, who has primarily fought around 140 pounds in his career. To account for this disparity, the fight will be contested at a catchweight of 195 pounds, and both fighters have agreed to use 10-ounce gloves. The exhibition nature of the bout also means there will be no world title at stake, though 3 judges will score the fight, and a winner will be declared based on points or potential stoppage. Despite these factors, the promotional build-up to the fight has been intense and highly publicized. The media has framed the matchup as a battle of contrasting worlds. Jake Paul's celebrity-driven approach against Gervonta Davis's professional boxing pedigree. The promotional videos have highlighted Paul's size, training intensity, and prior victories, while also emphasizing Davis's power, speed, and technical skill. Interviews and social media posts have fueled hype, with Paul emphasizing his ability to overcome any opponent and Davis underscoring his experience and discipline as a world-class athlete. This clash of personas has made the fight more than a sporting event. It has become a cultural phenomenon, blending entertainment with athletic competition. From a technical perspective, Jake Paul has evolved considerably since his early career. He has worked extensively on his jab, defensive positioning, and counter-punching, with his trainers noting that he has become more adept at controlling the ring and reading opponents' movements. Paul's fighting style is often characterized by calculated aggression. He aims to capitalize on openings while maintaining a strong defensive guard. His endurance has improved through rigorous cardiovascular and sparring routines, enabling him to sustain activity for multiple rounds, a critical factor against a fast and powerful opponent like Davis. Gervonta Davis, in contrast, is a fighter whose approach is defined by aggression and finishing ability. His southpaw stance, coupled with explosive hand speed, makes him exceptionally dangerous in close quarters. Davis has a history of starting fights with high intensity, often seeking early knockouts by combining body shots, uppercuts, and precise hooks. Analysts note that Davis's power is not limited to one punch. His combination sequences are designed to wear down opponents and break their defensive structures. In addition, his experience against elite-level competition has given him the ability to adapt mid-fight, read opponents' strategies, and exploit weaknesses as they appear. The psychological component of this fight cannot be understated. Jake Paul enters the ring with the confidence of someone who has thrived under the spotlight. He has faced enormous scrutiny from media and fans alike, and his ability to maintain focus and composure has been repeatedly tested. Paul is aware that this fight carries both personal and professional significance. It represents a challenge that, if navigated successfully, could elevate his standing in the boxing world beyond the social media-driven narrative that initially defined his career. Gervonta Davis, on the other hand, brings the mindset of a professional athlete accustomed to high-stakes competition. While some critics have questioned his decision to take this exhibition match, Davis has emphasized that his career decisions are guided by strategy and opportunity. He recognizes the potential risks of fighting a larger opponent, but has expressed confidence that his skills, speed, and adaptability will allow him to control the contest. For Davis, the mental challenge is managing the unconventional elements of the fight while maintaining the precision and aggression that define his style. Expert opinions on the matchup are divided, reflecting the unusual nature of the contest. Boxing journalist Phil J. has characterized the fight as a calculated PR move by Jake Paul, aimed at boosting his profile without facing significant risk. Jay points out that Paul's opponents have historically been selected to balance entertainment value with manageable competition, suggesting that Davis's smaller stature and lower weight class could tilt the scales in Paul's favor. Despite this perspective, Jay also acknowledges that Paul's development as a boxer is genuine and that he has improved remarkably over the past several years. Conversely, other analysts, including Lawrence Ockley, have expressed confidence in Gervonta Davis. They highlight his proven ability to handle elite opponents, his devastating power, and his experience in championship settings. Ockley argues that Davis's speed, timing, and technique make him a formidable opponent for any fighter, regardless of size. The uncertainty surrounding the outcome has contributed to a surge of fan engagement, with social media discussions, predictions, and betting odds reflecting the divided opinions within the boxing community. Betting markets also indicate the unpredictability of this matchup. While Davis is favored due to his experience and power, the line is narrower than one might expect given Paul's size advantage and recent training focus. This suggests that both fans and bookmakers recognize the unique challenges presented by this fight. A clash between an unconventional contender and a professional champion operating outside of his usual weight class. In addition to professional analysis, fan reactions have been intense. Social media platforms are filled with debate, memes, and speculation about how the fight will unfold. Fans are dissecting every available statistic, from height and reach to knockout ratios and previous opponent quality, creating a sense of community around the event. This phenomenon underscores the cultural significance of the fight, blending sports, entertainment, and social media influence into a singular spectacle. Training and preparation for both fighters have been extensive. Jake Paul has reportedly worked with some of the top trainers in boxing to refine his defensive skills, improve footwork, and enhance punching accuracy. Sparring sessions have included a mix of heavyweight and lighter opponents to simulate the combination of size and speed that Davis brings to the ring. Meanwhile, Davis's preparation has focused on adapting to the size and reach advantage of Paul, emphasizing defensive positioning, counterpunching, and maintaining a high pace throughout multiple rounds. The camps for both fighters are leaving no stone unturned, understanding that a single mistake in this high-profile matchup could determine the outcome. Promotional efforts have also played a key role in building anticipation. Press conferences, public weigh-ins, and social media engagements have amplified the hype surrounding the fight. Jake Paul's promotional style relies on charisma, confidence, and spectacle, which has historically drawn attention to his events. Davis, while more reserved, has leveraged his reputation as a dangerous champion to generate intrigue, emphasizing his skills and readiness to perform under pressure. The combination of these elements has created a narrative that transcends the ring, engaging audiences who might not otherwise follow boxing. As the fight approaches, analysis of potential outcomes becomes increasingly detailed. One scenario suggests that Jake Paul could utilize his size advantage and reach to control distance, keeping Davis at bay with his jab and defensive movements. If Paul can maintain composure and avoid early explosive attacks from Davis, he might be able to dictate the pace of the fight, potentially winning by decision. Conversely, if Davis can close the distance, employ combinations, and exploit openings, his superior speed and punching power could result in a decisive knockout or a dominant points victory. Analysts are particularly interested in how the first 3 rounds will unfold, as they could set the tone for the remainder of the fight. The media coverage of the event further adds to the spectacle. Sports networks, YouTube channels, and podcasts have all dedicated significant time to breakdowns of fighting styles, predictions, and analyses of both fighters' past performances. Analysts are exploring technical aspects such as punch placement, defensive strategies, and round-by-round pacing, while also covering promotional narratives, social media reactions, and celebrity involvement. This multifaceted approach highlights how this fight straddles the worlds of sport and entertainment, capturing the attention of both traditional boxing fans and a broader audience.